The mind, like lakes and oceans, can be peaceful, but it can also be troubled. You, the real you, are the awareness that feels either the calm or the chaos in your mind. That's the core truth. The thing is, when your mind is calm, it doesn't distract you. This allows you to feel more connected to who you truly are, your inner self, your soul, whatever name you choose. You're not being pulled into mental distractions, so you experience a deeper sense of peace. But when your mind is disturbed, which can happen, it draws you in, making it hard to break free. You might not even realize that there's a way out of the mental storm because you're so caught up in it. Sometimes, these mental storms last a long time. Think about the Beatles song, Here Comes the Sun, where they sing about a long, cold and lonely winter. It's like the mind can take over, and it feels endless. We can talk all we want about peaceful spiritual states, meditation, calmness and happiness. But until you, the one living with your mind every day, learn to handle it, it can feel like you're not in control. The mind can get wild, like an unruly horse, but if you know how to ride that horse, you can gently guide it back on track, without causing harm. The same goes for your mind. You can learn to live and work with it. Can the mind get disturbed? Absolutely. Just like the ocean gets rough when there's a storm, your mind can be shaken when life gets tough. But just as the ocean eventually calms down, so can your mind. The question is, how do you handle it? It's easy to talk about peaceful states and how great they are, but most of the time, that's not where we live. You might experience those states during a meditation retreat, a peaceful moment, or when things are going well in your life. And while those calm states are beautiful, they don't last forever, at least not on their own. To make calmness and openness more consistent, you need to understand why the mind gets disturbed and why the heart closes off, then work on addressing those causes. So let's begin with a simple understanding. Yes, the mind gets disturbed. Yes, the heart can close, but the mind can also be calm and the heart can be open. That's a good start. Now the real question is, can you do something about it? The answer is yes, and that's where different techniques come into play. While I used to say I don't teach techniques, I've come to realize that even something as simple as saying relax is a technique. There's nothing wrong with using techniques. They're helpful if they work for you. If you find something that calms your mind or opens your heart, go for it. It's all about finding what works for you to bring a little more peace into your life when things get tough.